Warning. Geesebumps is a comedy podcast based on the works of R.L. Stine. Any similarity to an actual literature podcast is coincidental and unintentional.
Do you believe in ghosts? Jerry can't wait to explore the dark, spooky old cave he found down by the beach. Then, the other kids tell him a story. A story about a ghost who lives deep inside the cave. A ghost who is 300 years old. A ghost who comes out when the moon is full. A ghost who is haunting the beach. Just another stupid ghost story. Right?
Was that it?
Yeah.
What another stupid ghost story, am I right?
Yep.
What another stupid back of a Goosebumps.
I appreciate the back of this Goosebumps literally trying to convince us to not read it.
Partner, welcome to Geesebumps. Did you mean Goosebumps? A podcast.
We just lost every listener.
Oh, I'm JoJo. I have a PhD.
Danielle, did you also glean some sort of certificate from a place of education as well?
I did. I from Photoshop. I got my PhD in Photoshop, and I have the certificate to prove it.
Cool.
Yeah.
My name's Jeff, and I like to sell you guys an idea that's going to change the world. Have you heard of NFTs?
No. What are they? Please explain them to me. How do they work? What are they?
You give me money.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. I'm with you so far.
Let's just start there, and then once you do that, I'll get to the next step.
People come to this podcast thinking it's just about books. But really, we're trying to get... This is really just a back door into like getting people super hypey about our NFTs.
Our Goose FTs. Goosebumps NFTs is what we're going to come out with.
Goose 50s.
NFTs are...
The future?
Do y'all know what they are?
I've spent a lot of time recently, more than any celebrity who has hawked them as of late, researching what they are.
NFT stands for non-fungible token. Okay, so do you know what fungibility means?
It's when you jump on the mushroom and it makes you jump real high.
You can jump on the mushroom and it gets you higher.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
That's what Mario do. Something that is fungible means that if you have another of the same type, they are identical.
So it's an item that's singular in concept, and there isn't another version of it out there.
So like if I was to hold up, say like a rock,
I'll give you $50,000 for that rock.
And I hold up a second identical rock. Those are fungible because they are the same. They are multiple instances of the same concept. A lot of people would call this like, there was an article like Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction, which is the idea of like, how could something have value if you could just duplicate it nonstop? So this is the answer to that, and it's called a non-fungible token.
So snowflakes are
non-fungible.
Yes. So what they'll do is, and the only way, and listen, this is another gift from the blockchain.
Oh.
Yeah. Which I've been researching.
Do you know what have you figured out what the blockchain is yet, Jeff?
So
I actually know the answer, and it's dumb as shit.
I feel like we've done this once before, and we're going to do it again.
Every couple months. Yeah. We just kind of have to reiterate like what the blockchain is.
Danielle and I spent an afternoon like really sitting down because we're not engineers. So as I was looking into it, a blockchain is basically you can store information on this small thing, and once it's in there, it can be verified by the next block in the chain. It's like a receipt you can't forge. It's like supposed to stop like forgery.
It's an unforgeable receipt. It's like I like the idea someone put down. It's like a ledger that is distributed across the entire world,
and it's verified by the next block in the chain,
right,
and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So if you put something in it, it is the only one of its type because there's only one of these things.
Which makes sense why in our postmodern times we would eroticize. We'd fetishize them because the idea of a singular thing in this time.
Here's the question, though. What makes it valuable?
Literally nothing.
Literally nothing.
So the blockchain is you could store information, but here's the thing: not much information.
No.
You can't upload an MP3 up there.
No,
you could
no.
basically upload, from what I understand, like something akin to binary code, or like
you can put in I think it's called a hash key.
Yeah, it's code, so it's just text, and it's probably like 5 kilobytes large at most.
But here's the thing, Jeff. The way the blockchain works, it's built to be inefficient because it has to be. Because if you could submit an update in one part of the world, that update has to go to literally every other part of the blockchain.
So if I just mass email it, it's fine.
So that's right. But guess how much energy it takes to do a mass email? Enough to power, I believe, Lithuania. Forever.
So NFTs specifically are literally hyperlinks to images are the common use for NFTs, but it's not really, that's not what an NFT is.
It's a Bitcoin of one.
Yes. But the thing that I was reading is because people think they own, for example, I bought this quote unquote NFT. It's a picture of a stupid monkey. That's the common one. They're like, I own this. And then people are like, nope, I own it. They right click save it because you don't own the image. You own the link to the image, which is hosted on a web server somewhere. The image doesn't exist on the blockchain.
You own the hash key.
Yes.
And you might ask yourself, as I have, what use is that? Well, the answer is stupid people have money. It's kind of like how in a gold rush, the one who makes the money is the guy who sells the shovels. You know what I mean? Like the people who are really raking in that fucking Bitcoin money are the ones who are like, hey, if you want to sell your Bitcoin, I'll take 5%. They can't lose.
Don't buy NFTs, everybody.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
It's bad for the environment.
Give your money to literally anything else. Buy a car. Fuck. Kill the environment that way.
Yeah, like our forefathers did.
Guys, what's the book that we read for today's episode?
This is Goosebumps, number 22, Ghost Beach.
Ghost Beach.
By Dr. R.L. Stine.
Ghost Beach. All right. So this book that we read, for this podcast that we do, this chore that we took upon ourselves.
This sacrifice that we made.
Why did we, why? Why?
I don't know.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Why?
So this book, which is succinctly titled Ghost Beach.
Yes, succinctly and completely.
Let me just ask. Hey, you guys, let me just ask. Was there a beach in this? I actually don't.
There was barely a beach.
There was not a beach. There was barely a ghost.
There was not even really you have to stretch your imagination to perceive a ghost in this book.
You the ghosts are kind of like that door in the door at like platform 9 3/4. You got to believe it's there.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You run into it.
You run into the cave and
you find a ghost who is not a ghost at all.
Who is not a ghost at all.
No, it's not a ghost at all.
This was the next book in the series, like from where we left off.
Yes.
So this is now we're back to sequence until we get tired of it.
And then we'll throw in a couple randos and then
throw in some randos. But this Ghost Speech, the cover on both the classic one and the modern, like updated version,
lies.
They feature a graveyard.
Fucking lying bastards. Yes, describe the cover.
And some sort of like banshee looking ghost.
Kind of like Death. Kind of got the robe and hood.
Kind of like the ghost from the movie The Frighteners.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's got the shawl. It's got the all the trappings of your classic.
It's pretty great. It's got a pretty good. It's a pretty. You know what? It's a pretty hot looking ghost. It's a pretty hot looking gravestone.
Like looking at this cover, I'd be like, yeah.
This is ghost.
Yeah.
And also here's
hey, listen, ghosts, guys, listen, look at them all.
It promises something that honestly I was kind of excited about, which was like, what they've never combined
Ghosts
two
and
things that I
beaches.
enjoy, which is ghosts and beaches,
Except for Club Dread.
except for Club Dread.
What the hell is
yeah.
that?
That's
a movie.
Broken Lizard's Club Dread.
Well, you lost me.
But ghosts and beaches, like it's summertime and ghosts are dreary. So I was like, oh, I'm curious how they're going to do this
Yeah.
whole haunting on a beach.
Yeah.
And it turns out they just didn't.
They didn't at all.
Just didn't.
No.
There was not the things that you would imagine. Do we want to just get into the actual things on our podcast? Because I think we've kind of expressed the big overarching idea that
That nothing involves ghosts or beaches. Yes.
this book's title wrote a check that its ass couldn't cash.
No,
No.
it could not.
So should we try to summarize?
Yeah, who's gonna do that?
Well, I'll open it up. I think I have something on.
There we go. All right, I got it up. Joe, how much time do you want? Do you want 2 minutes? Because you tend to him or haw.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can do a
give
whole
me 2
two.
minutes. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because I honestly, aside from this
There's
opening,
not a lot that happens.
I don't got a lot to say about this
No.
book, aside from the things I didn't like about it.
Cool. This is gonna be a good podcast. All right. On your mark.
Yeah.
Get set. Summarize.
Summarize the beach. This book is titled Ghost Beach. It stars, oh God, Jerry and Terry. Jerry and Terry, which basically they're siblings. One's 12, one's 11, and they're staying in, I want to say, New England with their cousins, Agatha and Brad. So they're staying with their cousins.
They're old.
Their cousins are 80 some odd years old.
8,500 years old.
Who's doing this synopsis, Danielle?
I'm sorry. I was trying to be your hype man.
Jojo, strike those 10 seconds off. That.
I will strike
Jack,
those 10 seconds. Go ahead.
All right.
It's the best. Summarize. Okay, go ahead.
So they go to stay with their cousins who are really old for no reason. And both of these kids have like a myriad of interests that pop up every 5 seconds in this book. So the girl Terry likes like doing like tombstone imprints and collecting flowers. They're into science. They meet 3 kids out on the beach named Nat, Sam, and Lucinda. And they say, oh, there's a cave over here. What's up with that? And they're like, don't go in that cave. There's a ghost in that cave. And they're just like, what? There's no ghost. That happens for about 80 pages.
Yeah, that goes on for a while.
There's a ghost. There's no ghost. I want to go into the cave. Don't go into the cave. They find some bones, some really clean, like dog skeleton bones in the woods. And the kids are like, that's what happens when a ghost gets you. It eats all the meat and it just leaves the bones clean or whatever the fuck it does. So also one thing is this island is full of graves of people that are in their family, which is the Sadlers. So
It's
this
all
this entire island apparently was like where they came over as pilgrims and everyone died at some point.
But before they died, they managed to procreate quite a lot.
Yeah, with each other. So they eventually want to go to the cave. They're like, I'm going to check out this cave. This cave's tight. I want to see this ghost. They get in the cave eventually and they see an old man in there who they're like, it's a ghost, when it's obviously an old man. The guy's like, I'm not a ghost. Those 3 kids are the ghosts. And they're like, what? And they're like, go out. And he's like, go to the graveyard and look around. You'll see it. And they go to the graveyard and they find the gravestones of the 3 kids, but they're like, oh, those are our ancestors. So then they find 2 open graves for themselves with their own little things on it. How much time do I got left?
Yeah, like 10 seconds.
Oh, shit. Turns out it was the 3 kids who were the ghosts. They were trying to, I don't know, guess be evil. And then it turns out at the very end that also the cousins, Agatha and Brad, who are 80, are also ghosts.
Yeah, and the thing is that, Jeff, I think you were kind of getting right to the heart of, is that no one in this book has any motivation at all.
Yeah.
Ever.
This book's bad.
So
it sounds like I didn't go into everything,
no, you did though.
but
I mean, there's a few little higgly piggly things, but
Yeah, that's about. I would say you did pretty good.
you hit
Jeff,
the big ones.
honestly.
the big ones, which is there's so few things that happen in this book because it's mostly like a vacation book with these 2 kids just doing random shit during the day.
Hmm.
There's nothing that happens. They never really see nothing happens till chapter 19.
No. And nothing that happens is spooky.
And nothing that happens. Yeah, there is no spookiness in this.
Except
And
maybe that grave part.
the
when they
grave
see
part
their
when
own
they,
graves.
yeah, you see your own grave.
It's a
It'll be a little spooky.
Classic
Gotta
spooky.
see your own grave a little bit.
Yeah.
But like it's obvious from the beginning when they meet the kids that the kids are ghosts.
Yes.
It's like everything about this book, all the directions it goes is like, well, it's obviously I could see that coming from a mile away, but it does nothing to like explain why.
Yeah.
And it seems it's a very unsatisfying book. At like halfway through, I just started like skimming pages. I was just like, get to
Right.
something.
Like if I had to liken it to anything, it would just be because initially in the beginning and the middle parts, it plants a lot of like signposts. Like it has intention.
It's really trying its best to make you feel like you're good, like you're doing a good, like it's going good for you.
What happens though is like all the signposts, it's like you're walking down R.L. Stine Road and there are all these signposts telling you to go straight ahead, and you keep following them
and they lead you nowhere.
It leads you to a solid rock wall, and there's actually a tunnel like 50 yards to the left.
Oh yeah, doesn't it? It does do that, doesn't it?
Up until the end, when nothing came of all of these things, I was excited. I was like, this is being kind of writerly. There's some
It seems like it seems like a book. This is
How writerly of you, R.L. Stine, to write some things in this book.
To write a thing and maybe make me believe that you could actually follow through.
R.L. Stine, we've said it before, has some sort of hard-on for like Puritan era stuff as well.
That's where all the horror comes from. There, it's all sprung up. Because it was Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
And it was H.P. Lovecraft.
Over on the Mayflower.
They both did not like, people who weren't white. And now we're here.
And now we're here.
Hey, we made it.
I was on board for like the first quarter of the book because I was like, the kids aren't annoying.
No,
like,
the kids, like the protagonists, are all right.
The protagonists are fine, even though they're basically one person.
Yeah.
They split into two people.
But they get along well, which is a nice kind of
odd.
Change.
And it just, this book had a very sort of like, oh, this book should be much longer because it's really taking its time on having nothing happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, today we baked this type of pie.
Yeah.
Today we had this for dinner.
I mean, they talked about gathering wild blueberries and making blueberry ice cream.
Yeah, I wanted to go there. You know what? Ghost Beach or no Ghost Beach, I wouldn't mind going to New England and experiencing what they experienced.
Hell yeah. Blueberry ice cream.
Yeah, that would have been something special.
But this book wasn't.
This was not. No.
Yeah.
Book wasn't. It's unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Huh?
So I do have something I'd like to. I know I just did the synopsis, but I would love to take a stab at something at the very, very beginning of this book.
Go for it.
Okay, Jeff.
Please
do a good job though.
Okay.
Don't fuck it up.
So this book, for the things that I liked in it, we should have known from the Giddy Up.
The Giddy Up.
That there was going to be a problem when the cold open of it was one of the dumbest, weirdest things you could have used as like a premise for just having it open to something in the book creepy. The book, the first chapter of this book is Jerry and Terry. God, I hate that.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Jerry and Terry walking through a cemetery. It opens with them in the cemetery, and then like things go buck wild, and then like hands start stretching out from the graves and like trying to grab them. And it's a big horror scene.
It's like a thing that happened.
And you're like, oh God, what's happening with this? And then it goes to chapter 2, and Jerry and Terry are just out somewhere. And it turns out this opening chapter, which introduces us to the characters and kind of the setting and a little bit of the tone, wasn't a dream. It was a memory of a dream.
Yes. Not even a fresh dream.
Now, Jeff, it sounds to me as if you're not happy about that.
That is the.
Did
why
you
would
find
you
that dissatisfying?
Why would you make such a weird or super roundabout way of getting to like your opening by not just being like, oh, like I fell asleep and I was dreaming. We were out, I nodded off and I woke up and what I just experienced wasn't real, or just have it be like I woke up in my bed.
Yeah, no, this book does things that makes you think it must be doing something deliberate. Like it's, instead of walking straight down the path, it like veers off and squats down occasionally and pulls something up and drops something, and then finally they walk all the way around. And then they get to the end, and
let me bring up one of those, because I had that same experience where I was like, "Oh, this book is kind of like, it's doing something. Oh, it's doing a spooky, it's doing a scary, right?" But then, okay, here we go. This is what I got. This is on page 23. So like, the kids are all right. they're kind of they've been fucking around with this trio of kids who live in town, and they're like, do y'all believe in ghosts? And Terry and Jerry are like, no, we're from the big city. We believe in the subway.
We believe in science.
Yeah.
We believe in science. And so like they're kind of like they're out again, like exploring after being told like, oh, there's ghosts about. And this is on page 24. They're exploring. I believe it's the woods. Let me see here.
Beautiful scenery.
Yeah, so
Very
nice. but hold on. Let me stop. That's beautiful scenery, but let me stop you right there. So this is the page 23. This is a minor gripe to my other bigger gripes, but the next morning, page 23. The next morning, Terry and I made our way to the woods to collect plants and wildflowers. Now, do you hear where they already fucked up? The next morning, Terry and I made our way to the woods.
Oh, you mean not to a beach or a cave or anywhere else?
Hey, what's this book? Hey, dog, what's this book?
Is it Ghost Woods? Ghost Forest?
Is it Ghost Woods? No, it's Ghost Beach. So that's bad.
They give Terry in particular, every other chapter, she gets some weird new explicit interest that a child just wouldn't have necessarily. Like she has a book that she presses wildflowers into. Okay. And also she does grave rubbings. Okay. There's like a few things that pop up and you're like, oh, this is building her character to something. No, it's not.
No, it's just something. It's just a random thing she can do.
And none of them are beach related. None of them are like, I love making sand castles. Could have thrown one of those in there.
I'm a killer surfer.
Yeah,
right.
See, now that would be a great Goosebumps. The killer surfer. He'll shred more than the wave.
The killer wave.
Killer wave.
Yeah, they're totally tubular.
Yeah, there we go. We just made another book.
My point is, I didn't like that. Now, let me move on to another thing. This is on page 25. This is what got me into the neighborhood. I just kind of stopped at the gate, but so they're looking around the woods. Page 24 actually. I knelt down by the snake-like tree roots and began carefully pushing dead leaves aside. No wildflowers, just bugs and worms. Really gross. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed something white sticking out of the ground. I scurried over to examine it. It isn't a stem, I realized. It's some kind of root. A root with leaves. I pulled more of it from the ground.
A root with leaves?
It was very long. I discovered. Hey, that's a weird sentence. A hard tug, then another. Another hard tug of the strange root brought up a huge mound of dirt. I glanced down at the large hole I had made. Terry, come here. I found a skeleton.
Wait, I forgot that part entirely. I mean, I know the skeleton part. I forgot. I thought they just happened upon it. I didn't know that
I did too. I forgot that they dug it up.
No, they unearthed the skeleton.
They pulled it out of the earth itself.
So,
Yes.
but the thing they pull is like a plant. It's not the skeleton itself.
That's right.
But it was a white thing out of the ground?
And
Yeah,
but Jeff, this is on chapter 5 though. The skeleton I uncovered lay curled on its side, every bone in place. The empty eye socket in its gray skull gaped up at us. And it wasn't a human skeleton.
No, don't worry.
It was a dog skeleton.
Don't worry about it.
Well, assumedly a dog skeleton, yes. Clean as a whistle.
Yes.
So what but this is what I get though, right? Like, is this scary? Like, is this a scary thing that happened? Am I to be scared by this? Why is this here? Because it's like the idea of a skeleton. That's a big deal in horror movies.
Yes.
It's a whole skeleton.
That's a thing.
It didn't get up.
Like, again, we need the dog bit. Like, that will come back. But just in terms of like having them go out to the woods, randomly pull a skeleton out of the fucking dirt, and then be like, it is dog, is way harder than they could have just been like, there weren't any dogs on the island for some reason.
I'm just, again, you could find bones on a beach.
You can.
I'm just
You can
saying.
indeed.
You can find bones on a beach.
Well, I was excited at the end of the previous chapter 4, going into chapter 5 when they were like, it was a full skeleton. I was like, oh shit, a full human skeleton.
Full humans? No, dog skeleton.
No, and then it was like,
no.
it's a dog. I was just like, oh, fuck this.
The cop-out victim of all Goosebumps is a dead dog.
If you think you're getting an actual human skeleton, nope, just another dead dog.
Another dead
It's
dog.
the big fake. It's like every night. It's like R.L. Stine knows. It's like R.L. Stine knows. He knows what you want. He knows you want.
He knows we're into edging.
Hey, I got ooh, come want to see the severed head? And I'm like, I don't know, R.L. Stine. It's pretty late. I got work in the morning. No, you gotta see the severed head. And you're like,
really?
all right, R.L. Stine, show me this severed head. And he throws a cat's head at you, and you're like, damn it, R.L. Stine.
God, you
God
clickbaited
damn
me
it.
again, R.L. Stine.
Damn it. R.L. Stine, you tease, you skull tease.
Yeah, these Goosebumps books are like the original clickbait. It's just
Yes.
like, oh, what's the next chapter going to be? Find out.
Oh, absolutely nothing.
He found a fucking skeleton. You're not gonna believe what happened next.
It was a dog.
There's a dog.
And it was very clean,
Yeah.
which makes, again, why this book sets up lore. So the dog thing that Danielle says comes back later on. It sets up lore and then does not pay off with any of it.
No. And that's what I was saying. It was like, it seemed like as we were building up to it, like it's dropping these little, like, it's seeding
Dog
these
bones.
these
It's-
dog bones.
It buried this dog bone for you to find.
And I really thought that there was going to be a complete skeleton at the end, but there's not.
But then on page 30, they explain why the skeleton dog is there. Terry says it's a dead dog. And then
Good job, Terry.
and then Nat
Science.
Science.
and then Nat, who is a ghost,
Yeah, a
Yes.
5-year-old ghost.
Yes.
who couldn't calm himself down, and he's like, the dog killed the ghost. The ghost killed the dog before the dog could get the ghost.
Yeah, right?
And then what's her face? Louisa, I think it is.
Real good Puritan
says-
name there, Louisa.
right?
Or it might still be, it's Sam actually. You're wrong, he told Terry. There are lots of skeletons in these woods, all because of the ghost. He picks the bones clean and leaves them here. And the reason why is because, according to Louisa, or Nat, I guess. These fucking kids, who cares what their names are?
Yeah.
A ghost killed it. Dogs can tell if someone's a ghost. Dogs always bark to warn about ghosts or whatever.
Yeah. Or because it's outside time and dogs live in a neighborhood. It's a dog.
I don't want to poke holes in this too much because it's a ghost. My poking would go right through it. It's contrived. I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's contrived. Kill the dog in front of me if you're going to do this.
For me, when I read this, and do you guys mind if I just read like that little paragraph of
You
what
never
happens?
have to ask if we mind, Danielle.
Because I don't care.
I know.
Okay. Weird.
This is page 29. Sam's eyes grew wide. They just Sam, Nat, and Louisa strolled up and saw the dog skeleton. Sam's eyes grew wide. Louisa let out a short cry. Nat, the little one, grabbed onto his sister's sleeve and started to whimper. Terry dug into her jeans pockets for a tissue. Don't worry, she told Nat. She dabbed at his cheeks with her tissue. It's not a person skeleton. It's only a dog skeleton.
You psychopath.
Fucking sociopath. Those words.
This squirrel can't feel pain, Nat. Don't even worry about it.
The dog can't feel pain anymore, Nat.
This skeleton feels nothing.
Exactly. So
She puts a cigarette on her palm of her hand.
Right?
She's like, see?
those words made Nat burst into tears, if you can imagine. Louisa put her arms around Nat's trembling shoulders. Shh, she said. It's all right. But Nat couldn't calm himself down. I know what happened to this dog, he sobbed. A ghost killed it. Dogs can tell if someone's a ghost.
Yeah, a ghost. Hey, a ghost did it, didn't it?
Because of the thing that like dogs, the ghosts don't want dogs around because the dogs will like give them away. And the way that Nat was so upset over this dog, like discovering this dog, made me feel like, so they're probably ghosts, and maybe this was like their beloved dog or something, and they had to kill it because it wouldn't shut the fuck up, and then so that's why Nat's super upset about it. They didn't. No. No.
It's just that we never find out who the dog is. Never anybody's
Nope.
dog. It's
Nope.
just
The dog is
Never. It's no one's dogs. It's just a dead dog.
and it's just like I get angry at the level of confidence that R.L. Stine makes these factual claims in the book about what dogs can and can't do.
and feel.
Like it's just a thing where it's like, look, you need to base, like, I get that, like, there's a thing about animals and like the supernatural, sure, but like to treat like this thing that a child just said like it's a fact in the world for the sake of this book's
Okay,
like
first of
need,
all-
it's stupid.
Nat is like 500 years old. So
So he probably knows more than me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying respect your elders.
It's just like when the rules of the world are just so like flimsy and you base so much of the plot on them like making sense, and it's something like dogs know what ghosts are and this ghost killed this dog. I have a hard time sticking with the rest of the book.
It's basically that dogs just don't like ghosts. But it's not like, but why? This is the thing, right?
That's this book doesn't do a lot of why.
Oh, no. Why is not a thing.
It doesn't want to tell me why, but I want to know.
So as I mentioned in the synopsis, the three kids are ghosts, right? But like this book doesn't really give us what we know as a ghost, really.
No, because they aren't translucent. They aren't.
They could interact with the physical
they're
world.
solid. They're like solid, like people. They do all people things.
They touch. Yeah, they're like people. These ghosts are like people.
They're just like people.
These ghosts are like, oh, look, that ghost thinks he's people.
Oh,
Look,
look at dumb.
that ghost just ate that dog. He thinks it's people.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
kill him.
that.
But like
That's so
that's
funny.
also the thing about in the same kind of breath about the beach not being present. It's also like the idea of a ghost. It's like you could just they're more like, I guess, ghouls or zombies, or I don't know what you
Yeah.
call them. But like these kids are supposed to be ghosts and they're not ghosts. They don't look like ghosts. They don't act like ghosts.
I got big Welcome to Dead House vibes from like the ghost.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about right. It's pretty much the kind of thing of like, I don't know what these are.
Are they zombies? Are they people? Are they ghosts?
It's like R.L. Stine was like, for the sake of the surprise, I need them to be the ghosts, but I also need it to not be obvious. So I need them to do things that are not ghost-like whatsoever.
Just annoying.
Yeah.
Just annoying. And I mean, they
Yeah.
are weird. They
They're
are
weird.
unsettling. Like, because Sam, the oldest one, is kind of like
Kind of a dick.
kind of a dick. Kind of seems like he wants to hurt them. And Louisa and Nat are just kind of like big doe-eyed crying babies.
Yeah.
But they always show up at weird times and weird places, crawl through your window and shit.
Look, they don't have
Yeah.
the internet out there in New England.
I mean,
in
they're bored as
1994.
They
hell.
don't have the internet out there in New England. You know what they do have though?
Bones. Crabs.
They have this transition to this next passage.
Well done.
All
This
the
is
way
not-
from New England.
All the way from New England. Hey, so like many Goosebumps books, this one reaches that middle of the book problem
Repetition problem.
where it's
Mhm,
just like, okay, let's do the shit that you would imagine on a ghost beach. But the problem with this book is it didn't know what that meant. So let's just do random things. And here's one such random thing.
Yes.
An activity that took place.
An activity, a fun thing. The kids find out that the ghost's in a cave. And the ghost has lived in the cave for like 300 years. Who cares?
Yeah. It's not doing
Um,
anything. It's just in the cave.
Just a cave
Yeah.
ghost.
And the way that they know the ghost is in there is there's a light flickering. There's a light in the cave.
Like a flashlight almost.
Like a
or
flashlight or a candle or whatever flickers, right? This is on page 49. This is Terry, I think it's Terry, our hero, or Jerry, our hero. It's hard to know. As I lay in bed later that night, Jerry said, I tried to use what Mr. Hendrickson, did not need this.
No.
Science.
My science teacher calls my critical thinking skills. That's when you have to put together whatever facts you have and those you don't, and then draw a logical conclusion.
I feel like this is spitting in our face right now.
So maybe it is. So I asked myself, what do I know? I know I saw a light, then the light went out. So what was the explanation? And then outside the window, a dog began to bark. That's weird. I thought I hadn't seen any dogs around here before.
I looked for dogs everywhere today. I didn't see a single dog.
The barking grew louder, more emotional. I sat up and said, "The dogs recognize ghosts." Was that why the dog was barking? Had the dog spotted a ghost? With a shiver, I climbed out of bed and crept to the window. Here's why I'm pissed off.
Oh no, please.
It could have just started with a dog barking woke me up.
Yeah.
But then you wouldn't know about Mr. Hendrickson and critical thinking skills.
Then I wouldn't know about Mr. Hendrickson.
That's what it does. This does. Like, it gives them weird details that you're like, why do I need to know this?
Yes, that you're so desperately crave.
Because on that same page at the bottom, it says bird watching was Terry Sadler, hobby number 3. Same breath.
And here's the thing. Here's how that whole thing ends with the dog. So climbing out of bed, oh, creepy barking, creep to the window, look down, no dog. I listened. The barking had stopped. Crickets chirped. The trees whispered. Eee, doggy, I called softly. No reply.
Wait, hey.
What's up?
To what did he call? Because he's in a room with a window.
Yeah.
So what is he doing?
He doesn't understand how sound travels, Mr. Hendrickson.
Well, and also, like, he heard dog, he looked outside, he no see dog, he no hear dog, he say hear doggy. Why would you do that now?
Silence doggy, now. What go on here, I wonder? Shush, you'll scare them.
Doggy, no reply. I shivered again. Silence now. What's going on here, I wondered.
This kid has an overactive imagination.
This is the whole scene. That
is a whole fucking scene.
Chapter 10. It's just this.
Yes.
It's just this part. It's him saying, boy, there's a light in there. And then him going, gosh, I should figure this out. And then, hey, that's a dog. And then,
well, maybe not.
And then it's a bunch of bullshit where they're looking at like seagulls and then who gives a fuck? Like that's it.
The middle of the book is constantly like Terry and Jerry being like, ghost, and then the other kids being like, we don't want to talk about the ghost. Don't ask us about the ghost.
And then they're like, ghost?
We'll talk about the ghost.
Yeah, we were going to go look for the ghost. And it's just that over and over and over again. And then they go in the cave and then the rest of the book happens. But the entire middle part is just this back and forth with like, we don't want to talk about the ghost. Don't make us explain the ghosts. And then it turns out they're the ghosts.
Yeah, and there's like these scenes where they're fishing with the 3 ghost kids, and like Sam is they have this nice moment where Terry's trying to fish and she's never fished with a live bait fish before.
They're fishing from the shore into the ocean also, by the way.
Yes,
which is
very, very successful tactics in my knowledge.
Fish the
yes.
It's not how you
this
fish.
This is how I know. You put the water in the fish and the what?
You put the lime in the coconut. My point is they're just wasting time in this middle of the book.
Well, it's super sweet because like the fish squirms off the hook before she can fully cast her line, and it falls on her head, and she's freaking out.
It has this book has a real big Stand By Me type of vibe. It's trying to go
very much.
These kids, they when the kids are all hanging out, it is cute and normal and kid-like. It's fine, but nothing creepy happens.
No, they just do.
Well, I'm gonna stop you there, Jeff. I'm gonna stop you there because some spooky stuff happens in this.
I mean, what's a spooky? Give me an example of a spooky.
Hey, listen.
Change my mind.
Hey, change my mind.
Okay, listen.
I've been doing my own reresearch.
I've been looking
online. I've been reading a lot of stuff on One American News, and I think that I got the spooky part. This is the spooky part. Okay, so like this is on page 74. They made their way to the small graveyard, climbed over an old stone wall, took a good look around. The graves are so old, many of the gravestones have been knocked over or broken or covered with weeds, or were probably fine. The forest started taking over. And now this is on page 75. Terry ran ahead, and I poked along at my own speed. The last time we were here, we snuck to the edge of the cemetery, and now I made my way to the middle. I started looking at the names. Here lies the body of Martin Sadler. That's strange, I thought. Another Sadler. And the gravestone was next to that was Mary Sadler, and then a couple of Sadler kids. And so he's found basically their family's grave plot. So that's interesting.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an unexpected.
That's a weird thing to find.
Yeah.
And they even said this, like, wow, I'm starting to get the creeps. Didn't anyone else ever die? Like, he moved the next other descriptions, another Sadler, and besides Peter lay Miriam Sadler. And what he's noticing is like the only people who are dying here are members of my family.
Yes.
So that's weird.
Right? Like an entire cemetery full of Sadlers.
Just that on its own is a very creepy thing. And then it goes, Terry's scream cuts through the air. And it's like we've earned it at this point. Like,
Yeah.
okay, Terry screaming is a big deal now because scary shit's happening. This would literally be like if you was as a movie, he's looking at one gravestone and he's just kind of looking around at every gravestone and realizing it's all his family.
Sadler,
and then like
Sadler.
there's the ramping up, like the ramping up of the sound, and then he hears Terry scream and then he runs. Like that's
And she's like, "We're
scene.
in bread."
And then they come to this. It goes, I lower my glance to two large headstones. Thomas Sadler died February, whatever. Priscilla Sadler died, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I know. The whole cemetery is filled with us. And then Terry, almost nonverbal, is like, look at these ones.
Check these
Check out these bad boys.
Checks these. Hey, dog, check this. Yo, my man, listen to this. You know that new beat you were looking for?
Listen to this.
I hunched down and read the names. Sam Sadler, son of Thomas and Priscilla. And he's like, so? And then she's like, read the next one. And then he's like, oh, fuck, it's Louisa. And then he reads the next one and it's like, oh, fuck, it's a Nat. That's a really, and then like and then the chapter ends.
It's a creepy reveal, and it's a good like cliffhanger.
It's an obvious reveal,
It's a good moment of tension to end on.
It's an obvious reveal, yes. It's a Goosebumps level obvious reveal, yes. But it's like good though.
Yeah, it's got a sting to it. It's good.
It's got a thing in it. You read that, you're like, oh, that's spooky.
Yeah, like that's creepy. I was mad that the gravestones read Nat and Sam as though those were their Christian given names in the 1600s.
It would have been like Nathaniel and Samuel. They basically put their fucking gamer tags on there.
He died with an Xbox gamer score of 63,000. But like it does that, and but it hand waves it quickly away.
Yeah, it has a good moment, and then it's like, anyway.
It's like, oh, like everyone, they're just named after their ancestors.
Yeah.
And they're the same age as those kids who died, which were their ancestors.
And that's the thing too, is like the cousins, the older cousins.
Which I just call them the aunt and uncle. Calling them the cousins is stupid. There's no reason that Agatha and Brad.
Cousins, and they also are sort of squirrely, and they say the same kind of shit that the kids are saying, like, oh yeah, the graves, those are ancestors. Those are that's great uncle Nat.
Yeah. But okay. This is on page 7. This is on page 78. I just want to bring this up because like this is like incompetent. Okay? So here's what we have.
Ariel, come on the podcast.
The kids have gone to their uncle, nephew,
uncle, grandpa, and
uncle, grandma. They've gone and they've been asked, hey, you know those kids we met on the beach? Asked Jerry. Well, I found tombstones for Sam, Louise, and Nat. They died in 1640. Those are the same kids we met. And then Agatha's like, okay, what's your question? Which, to be fair, exclamation points all around. So it's like, and then he goes, how come there are so many Sadlers in that graveyard? And how come those stones have our friends' names on them? Those are excellent questions that we, the readers, are asking.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of the mystery that we've been presented at this point, more than halfway through the book.
Yes. It's starting to seem like there might be a mystery afoot.
And it seems like, okay, this seems like what this book's about. It's about meeting ghost kids on the beach, I guess.
Or the woods.
Or the trees.
Or whatever. The New England.
Or the caves.
And then, Brad says, Uncle Grandpa Brad says, good questions. Why? Not only did he say that, he muttered it quietly, like he was pissed off. And you know why he was pissed off? Because R.L. Stine realized in that moment, fuck, I don't have a solution for this.
Yep.
I wasn't trying to show my whole hand right now.
But
We
here
still
I
got
did.
7 chapters left.
Showed my whole ass, and now.
But I've written myself into the big reveal on accident.
He's like, I already spent pages having them bake pies. What else was I supposed to do?
Can I make 2 points about where we're at? These passages we're on.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Just the fact that when they discover the kids' graves, the book goes out of its way to say, I saw 3 identical stones lined up beside the parents. The 3 stones stood up straight. They were clean and easy to read, as if someone had taken care of them. It drops that like that's a clue. Like that's going to lead to something.
Like they're being taken care of?
Yeah, like the kids are taking care of their own
my
graves.
grave. It's got to be clean. I don't have a room anymore.
Or there's someone's trying to reveal the truth to the kids, so they're like scrubbing the graves so the kids will see it.
It had a photo of them on there. They just take it off.
It did have a photo of them, yeah.
And then there's on the very next page, this is them sitting down with aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, cousin, Brad and Agatha, and they are bringing up the fact that they just found gravestones of their friends.
We found evidence, and per my critical thinking teacher,
yes, I must conclude
I gotta
something.
listen. Hey, I'm just following the clues.
Thanks, Mr. Hendrickson. So they use the whole like Agatha and Brad being like, well, see, yeah, they're like, oh no, those are their ancestors. Like we all came over here as like pilgrims, and
yeah, but
and they all died.
Do you see how quickly that entire explanation dissolves?
Oh yeah,
Yep, it's just like anyway.
It's like it's so lazy. No, this is the thing. Like this is where we gotta lay the blame where it lays, right? So it's like I'm just gonna read it, okay? Agatha glanced at Brad, who continued to rock. They basically just like, yeah. Agatha took a breath. Well, in the winter of 1641, a large group of saddlers, practically the whole family, hundreds of them, I guess.
Apparently hundreds.
That's
Of them. Every saddler that ever lived, they were pilgrims, capital P, who came to start a new life. And then they go, and sadly, tragically, the saddlers were unprepared for the cold. They died one by one and were buried in the cemetery, the little cemetery, which, by the way, was so big they had to come back and look at spots they didn't see the first time.
Yeah.
it's a big cemetery.
By 1642, there were almost none left. And then Brad tissed and shook his head. And he goes, your friends? This is so stupid. Your friends, Sam, Nat, and Louisa, are your distant cousins.
We're all related in God's world.
Yeah, so it's like, you motherfuckers are all ghosts.
Like Brad and me, actually this is Agatha talking, the children, they were named for their ancestors, first and last, and they got married.
And your uncle is your grandpa is your aunt.
You'll find gravestones for Agatha and Bradley Sandler in the Sandler, not Sandler, in the cemetery too. And then Terry's like, "We will." And I was like, "That's right."
We weren't even gonna go looking anymore. We didn't have to tell us that shit.
And then fucking Agatha's like, "That's right, but your cousin and I aren't quite ready for the boneyard yet, are we, Brad?" And I'm like, they're gonna fucking suck the life out of these children.
So wait, they're a married couple, right?
They're a married couple who are distant cousins. This is why I'm saying this book is so fucking ridiculous.
Because that's what eventually, because the ending and all that shit happens. What really sort of interesting me, and what I talked to Danielle like at length about the other day, was just like, wait, okay, so they all came over and they all died.
But enough of them lived for genetic diversity.
How did they have enough genetic diversity? A. B. Who kept the cemetery if you're all dead? and starving.
Like the whole like
Where'd the town come from?
we're all like yeah, because there is other houses nearby.
Yeah.
Are there? I just thought it was like the woods, the beach, and then the old Uncle Grandpa.
The kids supposedly live nearby as well. There's like other places. Now they never go check and see where the kids live.
They don't.
No.
But like they could have been like the entire town was all Sadler ghosts. Didn't do that shit.
That's what I thought.
Again, Welcome to Dead House.
Exactly.
A book that we haven't released on this podcast because
it was so bad that we couldn't do an episode on it. It was it's the unfinishable one. It's just mind-bogglingly bad.
it's so. I think what I said is this book is super lazy.
Yeah.
This is like one of the laziest Goosebumps books I've read.
Which is saying something.
Yeah, it's so hand wavy with its own like
Go
dogs here goes. Oh, we're all related to them. We just sure. Like it like played its hand too early, and then it like tried to cover it up with like really shitty writing.
Yeah.
And it
Like it
deflated.
stole a cookie and tried to cover it up by shitting on it.
Yeah, here you go. But like, yeah, so that whole explanation, and then it's like, okay, well, I guess they could do that. I mean, the kid, and then you're like, well, the kids all seem pretty corporeal,
Yeah, right. They're pretty solid.
and like you two, like you're our cousins, and you know the kids exist. It wasn't even like what kids? There are no kids in this neighborhood.
No, it was just like, oh yeah, we know them.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, they're from town.
Yeah, we've known them for hundreds of years. It's been great.
This fucking book.
But
It's pretty bad. Do we want to just do the end?
Let's just do the end. Well, so before we get to the end, I want because I wasn't really super clear in the synopsis. The whole point of this book, like the end game, I guess.
yes, there is the ghost children do have a motive. It is strange and it makes no sense.
Kind of.
But they do ostensibly have a motivation.
So as we get into explaining the end, I just want to remind everybody that throughout the entire book, the three kids, Nat, Louisa, and Sam, they have been trying to stop Terry and Jerry from going to the cave.
Yes.
They've been saying, there's a ghost. Don't fuck with it.
Yeah, like no matter what, don't go in that cave.
Whatever you want to do, don't go into the cave.
Yeah.
You will die. It will be bad for you.
Yes.
That's the whole book. So they managed to go in the cave, and when they get in the cave, they find out the flickering they saw was a bunch of candles.
A fuck ton of candles.
Like a fuck ton of
a
candles.
Yankee candle shop.
It's where they make the Yankee candles. And there's an old guy in there, and they're like, it's a ghost, but it's obviously a dude.
Yes. It's
And-
very clearly a dude.
Very clearly a dude who looks creepy, I guess, but like he's like, oh,
Yeah, he sounds like he looks like Christopher Lee in Lord of the Rings.
yeah,
Looks
he's old and he's living in a cave
yeah.
with candles. And he's like, I'm also a Sadler. I studied at college in the occult, and I came out here.
What?
Do you not remember that?
Partner?
I went to Yale, and I graduated cum laude with ghosts.
Yeah, I mean
and,
ghosts.
and a minor in vampires. And I came out here to investigate, and he's like, I'm not a ghost. Those three ghosts are ghosts. And they can't come in the cave because if they do, they can't leave it because it's magic. Basically, it's magic.
These are ghost-proof rocks.
These are ghost-proof rocks as seen on TV. They slice, they dice, they keep your ghosts dry and fresh. And he was like, look, if you don't believe me, fuck it, whatever. He's like, I'm going to let you go to the cemetery and go look around. And that's when they saw
that they had little graves dug for themselves.
Yeah.
Terry and Jerry. And then we have this scene at the end of chapter 18 where we sort of get our inkling of what the ghost kids might be up to. So we've been waiting for outsiders to come help us, Louisa added, gazing at me with pleading eyes. We've been waiting for someone we could trust.
What? Why? Sorry, go ahead.
If we were to try to trap the ghost tonight and we mess up, won't he come looking for us? And that's the pitch that the ghost kids have made. Like, there's a ghost in that cave. We could make a bunch of rocks fall down over the entrance and trap the ghost in there. That's what we're gonna do.
That's their end game, is they want to trap the ghost inside the cave.
Yeah, and they're gonna get Terry and Jerry to be the ones responsible for a landslide. And
The explanation as to why
makes no sense.
It's the weakest explanation as to why Terry and Jerry are the only ones who can possibly do this task.
Yeah, right. We've got them climbing up the side of this cave in a obviously precarious, probably not very well thought out move.
They're going to punch the ghost is why. Drop rocks on it.
Yeah.
The incorporeal ghost.
Yeah, we're going to drop rocks on this
Does
ghost.
R.L. Stein know what ghosts is?
I don't think he does.
Ghosts are fluid to R.L. Stein.
Yeah. I mean,
a lot of times R.L. Stein repurposes like a known quantity as something else entirely. It gave us a vampire without fangs.
Yes. Yes, he did.
So he has a ghost
bless
that's not a
him.
ghost if he wants to.
He likes to take a thing and say it's a thing, but then it's not.
Look, if it doesn't smell like a ghost and it doesn't look like a ghost, or it doesn't sound like a ghost, it's probably a ghost. Terry and Jerry at this point are like, oh, this is like, what the fuck's going on? Like, it's not safe to go into this cave situation. We don't want to help them anymore. And then they all go to the cave. And now Terry's like, hey, I know you ghost kids have said you didn't want to go in the cave for unspecified
Yes,
reasons.
you've been avoiding it for 300 fucking years.
So, but like, hey, just come on in the cave for just a second. Just
come on in. Come see. I got something to show you.
Just dip your toesies in here.
You like candy?
Do you like candy?
Bubblegum and taffy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too. Went to the sweet shop with my sweetheart Sandy.
You got nothing to say because I'm a sugar daddy. She ain't got Hugh Crow and I'm her Jessica Tandy. I got candy. Any kind will do. Don't have to be nutritious or FDA approved. Aqua Teen Hunger Force? Anybody?
That's where I came from with that. Okay, so I'll kind of. So they all go back to the cave, and now Terry's like, I'm going to trick these fuckers and make sure I'm going to know who's really a ghost. Because then if they go in the cave and they get trapped or they can't come out or whatever the cave's going to do, I'll know they're ghosts. So Terry's like, come. This is page 103. Terry's like, come up with us. Terry told the three of them, you can't help us way down there. They hung back. I can see the fear on their faces. Come up to the cave entrance, Terry urged. You can always run down the rocks if the ghost appears. Louisa shook her head. We're too afraid.
We're scared.
Terry insisted, we need your help. We don't want the ghost to know we're on top of the cave. Come stand on the ledge in front of the cave. No, he'll hurt us. He'll eat us up.
That's just so dumb. The cave's scary. Get on the edge of the cave.
Yeah. I know.
Jerry and I can't go up there again unless you come up with us. So she's going back and forth like, look, we're not going to do this if you guys don't like.
Yeah, you guys got to have some skin in the game too.
Yeah, this is a group project. You guys can't just hang back and not do any of the work.
Can't just coast.
It works for some reason.
Yes, they're like these clever 300-year-old ghosts. They were just like, okay.
And then
oh, and then it's kind of sad.
And then Jerry gives us the best line. His internal monologue says, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Yes, it is.
So it's this back and forth. Chapter 25. No! Nat let out a terrified wail and tried to bury his head in his sister's wet t-shirt. Also, they're not dressed like Puritans. They're dressed like modern, kind of.
Ish.
Harrison Sadler, who was the old man, stood at the cave entrance blocking our escape. His dark sunken eyes peered from one of us to the next. You brought the ghost to me, he said. You're the ghost, Sam cried.
Oh my God.
No, you. Mom.
I'm not a ghost. You're a ghost.
Just imagine
the bickering between us.
Just how could you, like, I would never yell that at anybody, even if they were a ghost. This is such a weird thing to do.
He's crazy, Louisa cried. Don't listen to him. Don't let him fool you. This is now turned into a, oh God, which one do I shoot type of situation.
Yes, this is exactly that.
Which one's the real ghost?
Shoot them both, find out.
If you shoot them both, you can decide at your leisure.
Page 108. Terry wanted to solve the mystery. She needed to solve it. Who was the ghost? Was it this book then presents like the question of the week type of thing, which is like almost meta in a way that it's just like literally saying, here's where we're at in the plot.
Yes. In case you are confused.
In case you're confused about what's happening, it literally says, who was the ghost? ? Was it Harrison Sadler or was Harrison telling the truth? Were our three friends the ghosts?
Oh, is that what's happening?
This would have been perfect in a give yourself goosebumps.
Yeah, because then you could be like, shoot Harrison. Shoot Nat.
Shoot the 5-year-old.
Shoot the child
both.
ghost.
Yeah. So at the end of chapter 25, it's been going on for a minute, just back and forth. And he's like, oh, this is really intense. I heard scraping of footsteps, rapid footsteps on the stone cave floor, and then a low, dark figure came loping toward us out of the darkness. Can you imagine what it could be?
What could it be? A monster.
No,
A ghost monster.
That's what it says it might
It's
be.
exactly what it says. A ghost monster.
And then it says, no, it's a fucking dog. And then
It's
it says
a dog. Because remember, hey, do you remember earlier when I was pissed off? As it turns out, what I was mad about was how Jerry was going to cleverly solve the mystery at the very end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, it wasn't even Jerry. This dog wasn't even like
No.
a plan.
The dog was absolutely out of nowhere plot convenience.
And I guess it was just in the cave
yeah, just chilling in the cave
with
apparently.
Harrison.
Harrison, if I was Harrison, I would have a dog.
Yeah.
Personally.
It says again, middle of chapter 20, first page, chapter 26. Again, for like the fifth time, in case we didn't realize it the first time, dogs can recognize ghosts. I remembered
And then again,
dogs can recognize ghosts in italicized to draw your eye to it.
yes. So you fucking pay attention.
Hey, can you guess what happened? You know who that dog?
Do you know what that
barks
dog's
at?
going to recognize?
Recognize three little ghosts in front of it,
I think it might.
and then that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and then the dog kind of herds the kids back into the cave.
And then the cave, Harrison, I guess, sacrifices himself.
It's
I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but basically the cave closed with both the three ghosts and the dude who wasn't a ghost trapped inside.
yeah. So they deserve each other.
Which again, what?
And the weird thing is, they do have a kind of a creepy moment when the kids start to fucking decompose as they're standing in front of them.
Yeah, they got found out. When you get found out, all your ghost glamour goes away.
It was like thunder roared. The cave seemed to shake. The dog growled and snarled. And as I stared, the three kids in the wavering light, they began to change. Their hair dropped off first. It fell in clumps to the cave floor.
Yuck.
And then their skin peeled away, curling up and falling off until three grinning skulls stared at Terry and me through the empty eye sockets. Come stay with us, cousins, Louisa's skull whispered. Her bony fingers reached out toward us. Join us, Sam hissed. His
Join us? What are you talking about?
I know!
Yeah. Well, it's like, again, it doesn't really make it clear. Were they going to kill the kids to turn them into ghosts as well? Or were they just going to kill them?
Like Sam is like, join us. We dug such nice graves for you. So close to ours. Like, what was your fucking plan?
But so, yeah, the cave closes. Then they go back
And they're like,
home.
okay, bye.
Yeah, they're just like, all right, that sucked. This was
Sucks for you.
What a summer. It's only been a week.
Right?
we have like 3 more months here.
So that's going to weigh on our conscience. But
And then what's the big fun reveal at the very end?
Oh my God.
But this is the thing, right? Because we were hoping for, I don't know what we were hoping for, honestly, something more.
Something.
Because we knew like, this is what sucks, right? Because of what this book was, it was like, just be ghosts. Like, I know you're ghosts. Don't fuck with me. There was nothing about this. There was nothing uplifting about this entire book that led me to believe like this is going to have a nice ending.
No. Well, and the only thing that I could think was going to happen, I was just like, I guess everyone's ghosts.
Yeah.
That would be the only ending I could think of is their ghosts. It's a town. Yeah, it's a beach.
It's a town of ghosts.
The town of ghosts. They should have called it Ghost Town instead of Ghost Beach, but I guess that would have given it away.
Yeah. Ghost Beach is a nice misdirect.
You know what? You're right. It was really just a misdirect. Thank you, R.L. Stine, for that.
You got us so
Clever
good.
boy.
And so they go back house and they're like, oh, they start explaining everything that happened. And Agatha and Brad are like, oh, really? And then who
my.
shows up? But
the pupper.
the pupper,
El Wolf.
for some reason, I guess didn't get trapped in the cave. So I guess there's
No.
that as a positive note.
That dogs can go through walls.
This is true. The rocks are ghost proof,
But
not dog proof. Yes.
Mhm.
And starts barking. And first was barking at Terry and Jerry.
Yeah. So
And
you're
you-
like,
Oh,
are you guys ghosts and you don't know it?
I was like, that's great.
Is this in the other situation?
Is this that's what I was thinking. Is it the other situation? And then they were like, what? It's barking at us. And then it was like, wait, no, it's not barking at us. I'm just like, look, I was like, look, it can bark at more than one thing, first of all.
No.
A dog's bark isn't like an AoE cone in front of it.
It is. It's targeted like a missile.
And then
It is targeted like a missile. So she's got you there. I'm sorry. I got to give her this one.
It was barking at Agatha and Brad, who I guess were ghosts.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay, so Brad and Agatha are ghosts. Okay, cool. So what does that mean for this whole situation?
What does this mean for this whole world this book is built?
Yeah. What are we doing with
Are
this?
there ghosts everywhere that we just don't know?
There are ghosts in most places, yes. I think that's pretty clear. And I think what we've learned here more than anything is that this book, more than most Goosebumps books, is really, it's like it's not just thrown together. That's too easy. It's more like it's like, you know, like in gold rush shows where they're like, the tailings is where all the gold is.
You mean the one Gold Rush show?
The one Gold Rush show, and they're like, we're gonna look at the tail. You know what I mean? It's like all the used up scary story fodder. You know, it's like, okay, we got a ghost story. It's like, there's like the dregs, you know, like the scrap, and turn it into like half a doorknob that doesn't work. And then we read it.
Fuck this book. This book made me mad reading it.
Harrison Sadler's German Shepherd can recognize ghosts. Fact.
Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
I ask you. But those aren't the only things a dog is able to sense. They're not just ghost meters. I made that apart.
I was going to say, I've always considered them just ghost meters.
How did you find this?
This is at the end of the book.
Yeah, this is that bonus back material.
This is behind the screams.
Yep. Because they have such acute senses of hearing, smell, and taste, dogs can predict changes in the weather from something as small as a rain shower to something as large as an earthquake. Exclamation point.
See, I think the dogs make those things happen, which is why I don't believe in dogs.
That's why I don't trust dogs and I don't let them near me. Changes in the atmosphere. It's still going on about how they can predict the weather. Changes in the atmosphere's pressure can signal an oncoming storm. Dogs are more, all caps bold, sensitive to this than humans and may act out. Since thunder and lightning scare many dogs, they may associate the feelings of an oncoming storm with the storm itself. But since their hearing is so much stronger, these beloved pets can hear weather noises far off in the distance.
Someone's doing a real hard sell on dogs in this.
Someone's
portion.
really trying to upsell dogs. With all of these abilities, it makes sense that a dog would be able to sense the presence of an all caps bold supernatural creature.
You know what? It makes sense when you think about it.
When you put it like that. Reported ghost appearances feature some of the same characteristics as storm activity. A drop in pressure, increased electrical output, and far off sounds.
What?
Shit. It's not anything like a ghost. So the next time your dog behaves badly, maybe it means a storm is coming. Or maybe something much worse is already there.
Are we done with this?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got to be, right? Thank you to the band Dog Party for the use of our theme song, Bad Dream, off of the album Hit and Run. It's a wonderful song by a wonderful band. You can check them out at dogpartylive.com and dogparty.bandcamp.com. Geesebumps is one piece of comedy content from the Mom Hat comedy crew, which is still sort of in limbo right now due to various things happening because, hey, it's tough out there. You can check out all the cool stuff we do at mom-hat.com. That's mom-hat.com. The next episode of Geesebumps is going to be coming out in a blue moon's time, which I think is 2 weeks. And I want to say that's going to be February the 9th. Yeah, the 9th. That makes sense. Give us a good review on the podcatcher of your choice. To quote Danielle, it makes people think like people are talking about our show.
Yeah.
Also, go to Good Pods. That's been a popular one lately. People are listening to a lot of stuff on there.
And I did see that you can rate podcasts on Spotify now. So you
Oh.
can just put in a little 5 stars. It doesn't even want you to write anything. You just,
Yeah. Don't tell us how you feel. Just give us that fucking review star.
Yeah, just help us because the algorithm is mean. The algorithm is the popular kid from high school, and I'm still my dipshit self. And I just want the algorithm to notice me, and it won't unless somebody tries to get in here and join up with me and be my friend.
Oh, this is getting creepy.
I just want friends.
Daniel, do you have that last
That last little bit.
last little bit?
I
You wanna-
sure
you
do.
wanna read us?
All right. So this is Jerry talking to the dog.
Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy? That's only Brad and Agatha, I told the dog. They're nice people. They won't hurt you. And then I swallowed hard. My heart began to throb. I was in love. I realized why the dog was barking like that. He was barking at Brad and Agatha. Agatha stepped into the doorway, shaking her finger at the snarling animal. Bad dog, she cried. Bad dog. Now you've given away our secret too. Like, no, actually, you just did that, but let's not point fingers. Terry gasped. She realized what Agatha was saying. She's smart. Agatha slammed the kitchen door hard and turned back to Brad. What a pity that dog had to show up, she said, shaking her head fretfully. Now what are we going to do with these 2 kids, Brad? What do we do with the kids? And that's it.
It literally just ends.
That is literally
just
the
stops.
end.
It just stops.
It's just, what do we do with these kids, man?
There was a machine powering this book, and someone just pulled the plug at the end.
I'm Jojo. I have a PhD.
I'm Danielle. I heard this is
I'm Jeff, and dogs know when there's a ghost around.
dogs care.
Dogs care.
This has been Geesebumps, a Did You Mean Goosebumps podcast. And until next time, stay out of the basement.
Just like somebody I used to know.